Thai court has found more than 60 ethnic Rohingyas guilty of entering the country illegally. They arrived in Thailand by boat, barefoot and beaten. Human rights groups say they're being abused by those they hoped would help protect them. Selina Downs has the latest on the plight of the Rohingyas from the town of Ranong in southern Thailand.
Battered and bleeding, they were carried into the courthouse. Taken from their hospital beds, they were too weak to walk alone. Those who could stand helping the injured. The men say they were tortured at sea by the military in Myanmar as they tried to escape the country. The Thai Navy found them desperate and floundering and brought them ashore. Human rights groups are appalled these men are appearing in court at all. They say they're refugees fleeing persecution and human rights abuses in Myanmar. We spoke to some of the refugees who were being treated in a Thai hospital. Sutirman is just 20 years old. His injuries suggest he suffered the worst abuse. He says he was taken onto a military vessel where soldiers wrapped a cloth around a wooden stick, doused it in kerosene, ignited it and held it to his skin.
I got beaten. Everybody got beaten, but not a normal beating. This was very hard. I was tortured.
We were there when the Thai Navy brought Sutirman and others ashore. This time the Thais were keen to offer assistance after weeks of being criticised over their treatment of the Rohingyas. Sutirman appeared to be in shock, unable to walk or even talk to us. His injuries so deep it stunned even the medical teams. From his hospital bed, he says the soldiers in Myanmar also tied a noose around his neck and threatened to strangle him. Lying opposite, Zakir says he saw his friend being tortured. He was distraught because he couldn't help.
They use gasoline and they bind the cloth around a stick of wood, then light a fire. It's very hot. I'm sad to see him get so badly burned, but I couldn't help.
Despite their ordeal, these men will likely be deported, but no country wants them. Persecuted in Myanmar, the Rohingyas are treated as illegal immigrants in virtually every country they try to reach. Thailand has been criticised for towing them back out to sea and casting them adrift, a practice that has been condemned. But Thailand's army chief insists they've done nothing wrong. Anyapong Pachinda told the media,
"Whatever we have done has been in line with acceptable practice. We have not killed them. If we wanted to do that, why did we give them food? It is within our right to push them out, since other countries also refuse to accept them."
The Secretary-General of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations says the problem is not one that any country can tackle alone.
It is not an issue for any particular country, but it's an issue for the region, an issue for the international community. It is encouraging to see that the issue is being elevated to the regional, to the international level now.
But while the diplomats continue to talk at round tables, young men like these continue to suffer the consequences of their inaction. Selina Downs, Al Jazeera, Ranong, on Thailand's Andaman coast.
Tens of thousands of anti-government